Hello students, and welcome to Math Weekly number 23. In this Math Weekly, our focus skill will be on adding and subtracting algebraic expressions. So let's begin with what it means to simplify an algebraic expression. To simplify an algebraic expression means to combine like terms. Like terms have the same variable and the same exponent. The result will be an equivalent expression, which is an expression that is equal in value. Sometimes you will need to expand an expression using the distributive property first. Remember, the distributive property states that the product of a number and a sum is the same as the product of the individual addends and the number. This also applies to subtraction, and you can remember from last week I gave you this graphic. If you're still unsure about how to do the distributive property, watch last week's Math Weekly video again. As a quick review, let's look at how to do the distributive property. So let's say we have 5 times the sum of a number and 8. We, according to order of operations, should do the parentheses first, but we can't because x and 8 are not like terms. They don't have the same variable and exponent. So because we cannot add these together, we can multiply each one of these x and positive 8 by 5. So 5 times x is 5x, 5 times 8 is positive 40. So 5 times the sum of a number and 8 is the same as 5 times the number plus 40 more. This is a simplified version of the original expression. So let's practice simplifying algebraic expressions by adding and combining like terms. So let's look at this expression. We have negative 2 plus 8x minus 3y minus 12x minus 2y plus 8. As you can see, we have many different types of terms here. We have constants like negative 2 and positive 8. Those are like terms because they're both constants. We have terms with x values. So we have positive 8x and negative 12x. And we also have terms with y. So we have negative 3y and negative 2y. And you can see that I use different symbols to mark the ones that are alike, because when you're combining like terms, you can only combine the ones that have the same variable and the same exponent. So let's begin with our circles. Negative 2 plus 8. If you owe 2 and you have 8, then you have 6. So I write a 6. Together, negative 2 and positive 8 make 6. Now put the x values together. Positive 8x, take away 12x. So if you have 8 and you try to take away 12, then you'll owe 4x, or negative 4x. And then last, we have our y values. Negative 3y and negative 2y make negative 5y. This can be reordered as long as the sign in front stays the same. So this is the simplified version of this expression. It is still equal in value. So let's practice simplifying by adding in a situation that has parentheses. So when adding two amounts grouped by parentheses, the addition symbol will not change the value of any term inside the parentheses, since it's like positive 1 of each term inside. So if you look at this example, you can see that we have this expression added to this expression. This is like adding 1 of everything inside. And if you did the distributive property, positive 1 times each of these, it wouldn't change the value. So anytime you have parentheses separated by a plus symbol with no number, meaning no distributive property, you can just take the parentheses off and you'll have the same value. Now you can group the ones that are the same. 8x and negative 6x makes 2x. Positive 10y, take away 2y, makes positive 8y. So this expression simplifies to 2x plus 8y. Now let's talk about subtracting terms that have parentheses. When subtracting two amounts grouped by parentheses, the subtraction symbol will change the value of each term inside the parentheses since it distributes -1 to each number inside. So let's look at this example. Again, same terms, the only difference is the subtraction symbol. This is like taking away 1 of each of these inside. Well, if you think about distributing -1 to this set of parentheses, -1 times -6x would actually make positive 6x. See how it changed the symbol of this term? And -1 times -2y makes positive 2y. Again, it changed each sign inside the second parentheses. The first set of parentheses won't change because they're positive. There's no sign in front of them. And now we can group the ones that are like 8x and 6x makes 14x. Positive 10y and positive 2y makes positive 12y. So let's review what you've learned in this Math Weekly. To add and subtract algebraic expressions means to simplify the expression. To simplify an expression, combine all like terms, which are terms with the same variable and exponent. Remember, sometimes you have to do the distributive property first.